Hey everybody, what's going on? John here with WikiGameGuides, and I wanted to make a quick Bloodborne first impressions video. I've put quite a few hours into it. I did my little marathon stream, or at least I tried to do my marathon stream, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But I wanted to talk about my walkthrough plans and, well, my first impressions of the game, and kind of show some of the stuff that you may be kind of fighting your way towards right now in the game if you haven't got as far as I have. So this is the Firelink Shrine, or Majula, and in this game it's called the Hunter's Dream. And this is much more similar to Demon Souls, if you played that game, where these 4 or 5 headstones right here you can actually use to teleport to different sections of the world. And you know, the further you get into the game, the more teleporting locations open up, and it's not like Dark Souls 1. These teleporting places are open immediately as soon as you get to the next, and they're called lanterns in this game, or lamps in this game, not bonfires. This lady right here, she is where you level up. She's called the doll. This guy over here, the merchant, you can buy and sell items from him, and the more bosses you beat, the more weapons you unlock. Right now I'm using the Kirk hammer, which is this badass sword and hammer combination trick weapon, where it's really slow with the hammer, but the sword is actually quite a bit faster. But the number one question I get, or the number one question I got during the stream was, is this easier than Dark Souls? And yes, it is easier than Dark Souls. This game is quite a bit easier than Dark Souls. And I'll get in more of that in just a second. So this right here is the workshop. This is where you can reinforce weapons. Ooh, look at this. Oh, nice. Look at this. So when I get the Kirk hammer to +6, I then open up a 3rd rune slot. Hell yeah, let's do that. And this fortify weapons is pretty similar to Dark Souls, where it's just like plus whatever gives you extra damage and whatever. But one of the interesting things is, I think after +3, or maybe +2, +4, and +6 now, it opens up these extra blood gem fortification slots. And I just opened up the 3rd one, and each one, the blood gem imprint 3, lets you put a new gem in your weapon that increases overall damage. So this one right here, let's see, physical attack up, so it's the bottom row one there, 2.7%, and rally potential 1.8. So I'm just gonna try to find the one that gives me the most extra damage. Blunt attack, physical attack, I think they're sorted by quality. So probably, so attack versus beasts up 12%. That's pretty good. Or a more well-rounded thing, physical attack up 2.7 and rally potential. I don't know what rally potential is. So I'll do 12% extra versus beasts. That seems like a pretty good one. Now, these gems are not permanent, so let's say you switch weapons and you realize you don't like this Kirk hammer anymore. You can unequip all those gems and put them into a new weapon that you want. You also have to repair your weapons occasionally, but it's not nearly as crazy as Dark Souls 2. Durability goes down extremely slowly. This memory altar here, this is essentially... So you'll find these runes throughout the game. They're called Carl runes. And these are like the rings of Dark Souls 2, except you have to unlock this workbench, and you don't get them right away. It took me like maybe 15 hours or so to even unlock this workbench here. And so like this lake rune here increases physical defense, and this moon one here gives you more echoes, and echoes are the new equivalent of souls. You spend echoes to level up, you spend echoes to upgrade your weapons, you lose echoes and drop your bloodstain when you die. So is this game easier than Dark Souls? Oh, you know what? And I'll explain that while I show off this dungeon system. So right now I'm going to show you the first dungeon that I created, or actually I'm going to work my way through the second level of this first dungeon and talk a little bit about the dungeons and talk about why I think this game is a lot easier than Dark Souls 2 and 1. And you know what? I think most people commonly think that Dark Souls 2 is easier than 1, so I'm just going to speak specifically about Dark Souls 2. So this dungeon system is really fucking cool. I don't completely understand it, but basically these dungeons give you the ability to randomly generate a dungeon, a 6-level dungeon, and basically give this game infinite replayability with the random dungeons and all the random enemies and bosses and stuff like that that you find in there. Now, the rewards that you get for completing them aren't huge, so I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to work later in the game and when you unlock even better dungeons. But so this is my dungeon right here. I completed level 1. There's like some bonus challenges and stuff like that. Like I haven't unlocked everything for how to craft the dungeons yet, but you can see in the bottom right the Chalice glyph V8AAKBB9. That is the seed for my dungeon. So if you want to play exactly what I'm playing right now, you can type that in, or I can go share dungeon, share with all online players, open. Yes, sure, why not? So then privacy settings complete. So now anybody can download my dungeon, or you can type in my dungeon Chalice glyph seed and play exactly what I want. So, after I've beaten the game a couple times and done New Game Plus or whatever New Game facilities this game has, we have this to... I'm kind of imagining how a lot of expert players have been using dungeons and seeds in The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, where you can race each other and have competitions to see, who can beat this dungeon the fastest. And everybody, like every day have a new dungeon and say like, let's burn through this dungeon today and, crown a champion at the end of it kind of thing. And that is a really unique feature that I did not expect to be in this game. So now I'm in level 2 of this dungeon. I think... Yes, this is where I came from. Okay. I need to equip the torch so I can see a little bit better. There we go. Torches have unlimited time. So, is this game easier than Dark Souls 2? Yes, it absolutely is. But that's only because the health system is so different. In Dark Souls, you typically have... Oh, did I just go up a level? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. In Dark Souls, you have the Estus flasks, right? In Dark Souls 2, you start with 1 Estus flask, and it's only the base level, and it doesn't heal you a lot. And you have to find the Estus flask shards to hold up to 12 of them over time, and then find all the Sublime Bone Dusts to make the Estus flask somewhat effective. And over time, so the way it works is, maybe you'll get really far from a bonfire, you're exploring a new area, and you realize, I'm running really low on Estus flasks. If I don't want to die, I should probably turn around and retry that whole thing again. Because you can't refill your Estus flasks without going back to a bonfire. Oh, I hear a bad guy. Oh, 2 bad guys with torches. Whoa, hello. But in this game, you have these blood vials. And they're represented by the number 14 in the top left. And you can hold a maximum of 20 blood vials. They always, I don't know if you can upgrade them at some point later in the game, but I have not, I put quite a bit of time into it, and I have not been able to find an upgrade for the blood vials yet to either carry more than 20 or make them more effective. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? He dropped from above. I don't really know where to go. So I'm just kind of wandering this dungeon right now. And I guess nobody knows where to go in this dungeon, because this is my dungeon. No one else has ever played this before. And you can in Bloodborne, you can find more... Whoa, holy shit. You can find more blood vials after killing enemies. Frequently, strong enemies will drop blood vials for you. So let's say there's not a boss, but a challenging enemy, like a strong knight or a very difficult to kill enemy wielding a large 2-handed axe, and and you end up taking a couple hits and having to spend a couple blood vials to kill him in this game, what happens will what ends up happening is he'll drop a blood vial or two for you, and oh, hello. And which then kind of compensates for your screwing up versus that boss. And which in turn makes it so you don't have to return to the bonfire to fill up on Estus flasks, because you know that you're not going to have enough health to make it to the next checkpoint. So it actually extends how long you can explore and how long you can, run around these environments without... Oops, I did not mean to do that. I meant to shotgun him, but I have my torch out. Which extends the amount of time that you can explore these environments without having to return to base to heal yourself. And so like that just makes it so much easier. Now, there's also one other minute difference to the health system, and I'll try to show it here if you haven't completely figured it out yet. I need to find an enemy to hit me. Okay, yes, damage me. Okay, so if you look at my health bar, whoops, it's orange and it's dark red. So when I hit people, when there's that orange part, I can then recover some of that health back. So, oh shit, I'm gonna die because I'm trying to explain this. So, in addition to taking damage, you can also leech a little bit of health back when you take some, making it, again, easier to heal yourself and stay out exploring longer. And that is the key difference between the health systems between these two games, and why Bloodborne is... quote-unquote, see, I just found 3 blood vials. You'll never find an Estus flask in any Dark Souls game. Or any Souls game, period. I mean, you could use humanity to heal, but that was really costly. I guess that's only in Dark Souls 1 even. That wasn't even in Dark Souls 2. But yeah, like that's the main difference. And in a way, I think it's a great addition because you know the combat is still the same. It's still brutally difficult. It's still all on your shoulders if you die. There's nothing cheesy about these games. There's nothing like, you know, like the Souls games have been great because they, because they challenge you and they don't cheese you. And that's still the same in this game. The bosses are still very hard, but you have more health potions. And I think because you can carry 20 health potions right away at the start, and even 20 health potions compared to 12 Estus flasks, seems like that heals me more than 12 Estus flasks. So maybe even the total amount of healing that you can carry with you is more in this game than in Dark Souls. So, you know, it's all about the healing. That's the biggest difference. But because this game has so much more healing and you can spend more time in the environments, to me, this feels like a bigger game so far. So because you're spending less time retreating to the bonfire to refill your health potions and retrace your steps over the same areas, you actually spend more time exploring environments, exploring the world, finding the next checkpoint, finding secrets and stuff like that, than maybe you did in Dark Souls. So it's kind of a trade-off. Like, and that's just my initial impression so far. It could end up being that these games are exactly the same length and size, but you just don't have to spend as much time backtracking, which I think is a great trade-off. Don't get me wrong. It's easier, but it's better because of how they made it slightly easier. Does that make sense? It's not like, oh, enemies die faster, or, you know, they did streamline the leveling up system, and maybe I'll talk about that right now, as long as somebody doesn't sneak up on me. So, let's see. If you look in the bottom left, we got Vitality, Endurance, Strength, Skill, Blood Tinge, and Arcane. Those are the only things you have to level up. There's no adaptability, no equip load, and no spell casting stuff. So Arcane is basically the closest you're going to get to Faith and... oh shit, I'm drawing a blank on the name of the other one in Dark Souls 2. Faith and whatever the other one is. So there are some weapons that require you to use or to have a certain level of Arcane. Blood Tinge Scales how much damage you do with your ranged weapon, which I haven't even used yet. Skill is like dexterity, strength is strength, endurance is endurance, and vitality is vitality. Those are all things you're familiar with. But because there's no equip load and no adaptability, you never have to worry about how much armor weighs. All you want to do is use the best armor for the situation, whether that's you want something that has more defense or whatever, or just looks cooler or whatever. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh my god, what just happened there? Wow, what the hell just happened there? So that makes it streamlines it, and in a way, I stepped on that little button there. Did that make them spawn? That must have been it. So in a way, that makes the game a little bit easier, but also streamlined, and lets you focus on playing the game and exploring more rather than perfecting your armor loadout so that you're just below that 70% threshold so you can fast roll, or wasting a bunch of points on adaptability so that you get that perfect invincibility frame amount so you can roll through as many attacks as humanly possible. So it's just more streamlined, lets you focus. So what I'm hoping that means is that later on in the game, is this where I came from? No, I don't think I'm all turned around now because I'm talking too much. Yes, I did come through here. Oh, hello. I don't think I went in that door over there. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, so I'm hoping that these streamlined things, that all this effort that they made to make it so you're not spending as much time backtracking, as much time min-maxing armor, that means that there's going to be more game, more replayability, more things to explore, more things to see than, if they're going for an arbitrary total playtime number, you're going to spend more total playtime exploring and playing in Bloodborne than you did in Dark Souls, because they removed a lot of the kind of dull, is that not a person? No, I have been here before. Kind of dull things like equip loads and adaptability. Adaptability and having high adaptability was important for PvP, but it wasn't like it made the game even more cryptic than it already is, and that's always been a problem with Dark Souls games. Oh, fuck you. He just threw fire in my face. And, it lets you focus more on the combat and exploring and having fun, which I think is a great thing. The PvP, I don't think is great for one specific reason, and this might change with items that you find later. So, our PvP and co-op, oh, damn you. Oh no, he's summoning people. Bells are bad. Did they just die? Oh. So in Dark Souls 2, it was possible to summon your friends to play co-op by hiding your white sign soapstone in a corner, and then they could find your gamer tag and summon you into the game. In this game, it seems, at least so far, completely impossible to play with a friend. Or if I wanted to hold another PvP tournament, ooh, we got a mini boss here. If you wanted to play, or if I wanted to do another PvP tournament, I can't summon the people I want to summon. It's all completely random. You go into your inventory, you ring these sinister resonant bells, and then the game just matches you randomly with someone else that's ringing a bell. Or the same thing with the small resonant bell. The small resonant bell is the white sign soapstone, and the sinister bell is the red sign soapstone, essentially. Whoa, this guy is very fast. I'm going to use my heavy weapon against him. Ooh, I missed. Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay, maybe I'll use the fast against him. So the trick weapons, the trade-off is usually, the secondary function of a trick weapon is typically the fast, or the heavy, slow version of it, whereas the primary version is the fast version, the nimble version of it. Both weapons can, if you hold the heavy attack for long enough, you get that white glint right there. And that, if you time that well, then you can actually, can I not operate device? Here we go. Then you can actually stun enemies. Ooh, I beat the level of the dungeon. And I did not use my Quicksilver bullets at all there. A device moved somewhere. Oh, okay. So I think at the very beginning, there was going to be there was a door that I saw at the very beginning that I think is going to be unlocked now because I just flipped that switch. And then I think there's going to be a boss actually after that, so that'll be fun. I need my light. I don't remember how to get back. This freaking game can be huge at times. This is where I need to go. Yes, here we go. And after I kill this boss or get defeated by the boss in just a second here, I will do some invasions if you want to see what that is like in just a second. Oh, this is where I was. So these randomly generated dungeons, they're a little bit harder to find your way around than the normal well-designed game because like the well-designed game, the full game, they kind of do, I mean, they can do a lot of things to kind of key you to the direction you're supposed to be going, but with these randomly designed things, it can be very tough at times to know where you're supposed to go. Is this it? Yes. Okay, here we go. Unlock the door. I think I have a boss fight coming up. Let's find out. At least there was after I cleared the first dungeon on the first level. There was a boss fight. Let's see if there is now. Yep. Whoa! Watcher Chieftain? Oh, I gotta go up these stairs here. Whoa. 3 dudes, huh? This is not what I expected. So the first guy was, or the first boss fight of the first dungeon was just one large giant, not 3 dudes. Okay, I'm doing decent damage to them, so I think I'll be able to kill these guys. I'm gonna try to pop them with a Molotov, because they're standing right next to each other. Let's see what kind of damage that does. That just went through him. Oh, wow, their ranged weapons do a lot of damage. I'm gonna see if I can stun him. I did. Yes. Okay, so if you... Oh, I didn't get the execution stab off? Damn it. So I stunned him, and you might have heard that... Ka-joom. See if I can do it again. You're right there. Oh, but I didn't get the execution stab off. Dang it. So typically, what you're supposed to do in this game is time your secondary weapon, your blunderbuss, or your secondary weapon, or the heavy attack, the charged attack like that, and if you time that correctly, then you can stun them and do, not a parry, that's not the right word, a riposte, which is like the heavy execution. Oh, no, get out of the corner. Oh my god, I'm stuck in a corner. Oh, no. Holy shit. Heal. Oh, wow, that was close. Alright, so I'm trying to isolate them so I can take on one at a time. What? Fuck this shotgun guy. Ugh. You're not moving. Eat Molotov. That barely hurt him. Right, I'm just gonna go for hit and run attacks on this middle guy until I can take him out and then kill the other slow moving guy. Or just get hurt in the process. Heal again. See, okay, so I'm running out of healing potions actually, but because after the end of each level, I can actually refill on potions, I'm not too worried. Oh no. This freaking shotgun guy is ruining my day. Maybe I should shotgun him. I can taste your own medicine. Alright, I'm just gonna go balls to the wall and kill this guy. I'm tired of waiting around. Alright, Chieftain's down. Only the shotgun guy is left. Let's see if I can do a heavy attack on this guy. So I'm gonna roll as soon as he shoots. Super heavy charge. Boom! Oh, that was a lot of damage. That was great. And you're done. Okay. Prey slaughtered. And, you know... Oh, the root chalice. I like my root down, though. Hey, okay, so there we go. We got the lamp. And now I can actually make my way to the next level. Which I'm going to do right now. And then I'm going to teleport out and do some PvP. So yeah, these dungeons, like they can be a lot of fun. Or at least I should say I can see the potential for them being an enormous amount of fun. Oh, I thought I was going to get another lamp before going on. Excuse me. Am I not? No, I guess I'm not. Oh, did I walk right past it? Here we go. Light lamp. So I love lamp. Any of these lamps you can use to teleport back to Hunter's Dream. Now, this isn't even a nitpicky detail. This is a fucking stupid design decision that they made. You can't use lamps to teleport immediately to where you want to go. It's not like teleporting between bonfires, which is fucking stupid. Every time you want to teleport, you have to go to the Hunter's Dream and then back out to where you want to go. So let's say you're at the first floor sick room and you want to go to Central Yarnum. You have to, at the first floor sick room, you have to teleport back here, which can be quite a long, 30 to 45 second load time, and then go to the other one and do another 35 to 45 second load time, which is insane. It's just so stupid. Like, why can't you just go right to where you want to go from any lamp? It's a really, really poor design decision. That adds a lot of loading time to this game. It's mind-boggling why they did it that way. So let's do some PvP now. Oh, let's see if I can get a trap kill. This is my favorite area. I was streaming a lot of PvP in this spot before, and I'm going to cut a little highlight video of, if I can, if it didn't get muted. Twitch has been giving me some problems. I was streaming a lot of PvP in this area, and you can actually use, there's a lot of like giant Ewok traps, basically, is what I was calling them. Swinging logs to fall down and hit your enemies. So like a lot of times I found in this game, when you invade people, it's me versus multiple guys, because the way it works is if somebody else is ringing their bell, oh, I forgot to show what you can spend insight on. Damn it. So if someone else rings their small resonant bell, that does two things for them. So, let's say I'm struggling with a boss or an area. I ring my small resonant bell. That then attracts anybody else that's ringing a small resonant bell and attracts people ringing the sinister bell. So very frequently, when I invade people, it's 2-on-1 or 3-on-1. So this has been a fantastic area to invade people, because there's a lot of traps that you can use to kill multiple people at a time, because it is freaking impossible. I mean, you guys know how hard it is when you get ganked by multiple people at a time in Dark Souls. So like right there under those planks right there, if you step on that, it triggers. Let's see if I can show it off. That large swinging rock. I just got like 5 text messages in a row. So anyway, I'm going to edit out the searching. Sometimes it can take a couple minutes. Whoops, did not mean to do that. And I will see you when I invade someone else's game. Okay, I lied. I will show PvP in just a second, but I needed to go back and actually buy some blood vials. So the downside to this system, to the blood vial system versus the Estus Flask system, is that if you run out of blood vials, you can't just go back and refill them. Sometimes you'll have to actually grind out some echoes to buy more so that you actually stand a chance. But that really hasn't been too big of a problem, honestly. Maybe once or twice when I was like struggling against the boss, and I had that path of least resistance to just sprint right to the boss, and I was burning all my blood vials and not killing anybody on the way and had no echoes to spend. That's the only time I found that I had to go grind out some echoes just to buy blood vials to try the boss again. So one of the new numbers in this game is insight. You see I have 33 insight in the bottom right corner right now, or in the top right corner rather, with a little eyeball next to it. You gain insight by killing bosses and by helping people in co-op and by killing people during invasions. You spend insight anytime you summon someone with the small resonant bell. So I can summon 33 people right now. You can also spend insights at this merchant, and not right away. This guy unlocks later in the game. You have to buy the sinister resonant bell and the small resonant bell from this guy right here. And he actually doesn't have a ton of different items right now. I'm hoping that, oh, okay. So the bloodshot eyeball, this is used in the Holy Chalice ritual. So this will let me create a new dungeon. So I'm hoping that later on he'll unlock some kick-ass weapons and stuff like that. But right now he doesn't really have a ton for sale. He's got some armor that's not as good, I think, as the other stuff that I was using. Oh, this is the armor that one of the bosses was wearing. That's interesting. Father Gascogni, I don't know how to say that, was the second boss of the game. Huh, they don't seem to have any special attributes like faster regeneration or whatever. Anyway, so I'm hoping that this guy's going to have some better stuff to buy later on, but right now he doesn't. Anyway, so now let's go do some PvP. Well, shit, guys. I've been running around for the last half an hour, and I cannot for the life of me connect to anybody else for another little PvP invasion. So I'm guessing that there's a problem with their servers right now, and there was none the first day the game came out, so I'm surprised that there's issues now. But when PvP was working in the past, I had a hell of a lot of fun. So if I can manage to get that montage, check that out of all the awesome traps. Twitch mutes a lot of stuff, so I haven't tried it yet. Anyway, full walkthrough is on the way. I'll probably do like a bonfire to bonfire walkthrough first, similar to how I did on Dark Souls, and then do a boss guide, and then like tips and tricks and other random things like that. So projects like this take a long time, so I appreciate your patience. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, well, give the video a like if you liked it. Be sure to follow the channel on Twitch so you know when I'm starting to stream more of this, and keep an eye open for more edited videos on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and game on.